Well, what a difference a day makes. Markets just flipped the script, big time. Hey everyone, it's Thursday morning, April 9th, and welcome back to Capital Markets Quickie. I'm your host, Endrit Sella, here to break down yesterday's market action in just 2 minutes. Quick note before we dive in. Today's episode is brought to you by AMF Capital, Asset Management Frankfurt. Learn more about our funds and strategies at amf-capital.de. Alright, let's get started. So, let's talk about what happened yesterday, because honestly it was all about relief. U.S. stocks surged after news broke of a 2-week ceasefire agreement between the U.S. and Iran, and that really changed the tone across global markets. The Standard & Poor's 500 jumped 2.5%, the Nasdaq Composite climbed 2.8%, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average also rallied 2.8%. That's more than 1,300 points in a single session. Now the big driver here? A temporary pause in hostilities and the potential reopening of the Strait of Hormuz, one of the most important energy routes in the world. Experts say this could ease supply concerns significantly, and you could see that immediately in oil. Prices absolutely dropped. Brent crude fell over 11% to around $96 per barrel, while West Texas Intermediate dropped nearly 14%. So, what does that mean for markets? Well, lower oil prices reduce inflation pressure, and that's why investors are now betting that the Federal Reserve could resume rate cuts later this year. We also got a bit more insight from the Fed minutes, which showed that policymakers were concerned that the conflict in Iran could push inflation higher and delay rate cuts. But now, that risk suddenly looks a lot smaller. On the corporate side, Delta Airlines stood out. The stock moved higher after beating earnings expectations, with strong demand in its premium segment helping offset concerns like fuel costs and the ongoing government shutdown. And over in Europe, things were even more dramatic. Markets there really bounced hard after being hit hardest by rising energy prices in recent weeks. The German DAX surged 5.06%, the Euro Stoxx 50 jumped 4.99%, and Siemens Energy was one of the big winners, climbing nearly 12%. So yeah, yesterday was all about one thing: relief. Geopolitics cooled down, oil dropped, and risk appetite came rushing back. Alright, that's it for today's Capital Markets Quickie. If you found this helpful, hit subscribe and stay in the loop. And if you want more insights, just add me on LinkedIn. Always happy to connect. See you tomorrow morning.